Life doesn't give anyone a head start. No one's going to give you a handout and no one is going to hand you anything. But there's one thing you can do, and that is to work on yourself. Even if you've got no one in your corner, even if you stay true to who you are and chase something bigger. In less than 12 months, people in this community have generated over 10 million in e-commerce. The real measure? Becoming the kind of person you'd be proud of for your children to look up to. Helping others achieve that exact same level is the mission. This is for the founders. This is for the ones who want freedom, who can't sleep because they're too hungry for more. This is the Founders Club. Welcome everyone to the Founders Club podcast. This is episode 2, and today we have Devantey. Devantey, how you doing, brother? Thanks for coming down.
Omar. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you. How was your trip over here?
Not too bad. Smooth.
Nice, bro. I mean, this is sort of close to where you live, isn't it?
Yeah, down the road.
Yeah. So, econ, bro. But before we get into it, just want to tell the audience like a little bit like about yourself. How long you've been in the space, and just like a little bit of like who you are, like a little bit of a background.
Yeah. So obviously, my name's Devantey. I'm 19, and I've been doing ecom properly for about a year now. When I first got into ecom, it was about 2 years ago, but I kind of took a break because I was just getting on with my apprenticeship. I had just finished like sixth form college at the time, so I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And then round about last year, I just knew that I didn't want to work that 9 to 5 world. And then I just said, whatever it takes, whatever amount of money, whatever amount of time it is, I'd rather pour it into making a proper business. And yeah, it's just been that ever since.
Yeah. That's how, I mean, do you know, that's how I started as well, bro. It was like, I really just didn't want to work for somebody else.
Yeah.
But I didn't know kind of what to do. And then back then, it's probably a little bit before your time. You probably know who Ty Lopez is though, right?
Yeah, I heard of him.
And like I saw an ad of him like sitting in his garage, like with a Lamborghini in the background. And it was like, you can set up an online business. I was thinking, who is this guy? Why am I seeing this video right now?
Yeah.
And then from that point, like obviously I found out about drop shipping and, you know, similar to you, got a mentor, got into it. But I think like that's the biggest thing, like what you said about actually no matter what it takes, you're going to get into it. And it's probably good to like, you know, tell the audience a little bit about like, you know, your sort of background before, like as in like how did you actually stumble across ecom? Like, and why ecom? Like, why not, you know, Airbnb management or you know, social media marketing or trading? Like, why did you want to get into ecom?
It was just like, it was introduced to me by like a friend. Like everyone my age knew what dropshipping was, but I just felt like there's not a lot of people that can stick with something until it really takes off or like becomes successful. And I just remember I was at a point where it was one of the first businesses that I knew about. So I didn't really take to trading, and I didn't really think, well, I'm going to start up a car rental business, or it was really low barrier to entry for me. It was like, okay, I've got the Shopify app. I can start now, I can find a product, I can put things together quickly. It was more so the speed. And it was more so, even though I hadn't experienced what it's like when it's actually doing really well, I just like the fact that time is not attached to the revenue generation.
Yeah.
And I just said, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I can definitely do it.
I don't think there is another wealth creation method today that is easier than drop shipping to get actually into the market. Because
1,000,000%.
especially like now, you know, back in the day, there's 2 ways that you would be financially successful. One, you was either born into it, or you would just have to work basically the whole entire of your life to actually get to a stage to even have any sort of wealth. And even then, there'd be so many pitfalls along the way, or you'd have to like basically rob someone or like take over a family, you know, and that's what they used to do back in the day. But now, you can get on a call with someone. I've got clients that are in Australia, like in a click of a button by sending a message on an iPhone, and you can use AI to not only find product, but to build a website in about 5 minutes. Use that exact same content using AI to make ads, launch it on an ad campaign, and literally have a fully functional business with fulfillment on the back end in 24 hours. And like, as well as I do, all right, you might not make $1 million in the first week, but you can be making money within the first week of setting up an e-com business. And that's 100%. How low barrier to entry it is. But like you said, it's a high barrier to entry. The reason why is because, mate, competition is weak. Like, as well as I do. At the start of the year, you'll have 1,000 people start, and by the end of it, you'll have 5 people. Because people aren't willing to just continuously show up every single day when they're not seeing the results and then actually do it. And it's sometimes difficult when it comes to like me coaching individuals, because for them, I understand the position they're in, because they're probably thinking, well, it's easy for you to say because you've got a business that is doing, multi 5 figures every single day. But I say it because I've been in your position before, and you can be working on it, and all of a sudden, bang, the next day, well, you've seen it, you're doing 1K days. It'd be good to, like, just to tell everyone, like, obviously, you came into Founders Club. You been with a few different mentors before. I mean, I don't even think I've asked you this question, but like, what out of everyone, and there's tons of people in the space. Out of every single person in the market, why did you choose to go with me to mentor you?
The reason why I chose to come to you is because of the value that you had already given me before I thought the mentorship actually started. So obviously when we spoke, there were certain terminologies and certain metrics you would ask me, and I just knew that there was a side of things that I know very little about. And the mentorships nowadays, it's not too raw anymore. It's more so consultancy business. Like, people don't know that it's very few people that can do certain things. It's not everyone that's built to outlast or built to actually spark a successful business. But the way mentorship is advertised now, they say everyone can do that. Test a one product store, do things the old way. And when I came across you, it was just more, you resonated with me more. And I just felt like you knew a lot of things that would help me out. And that no one would just put on the table for me. So
I think the thing is, bro, it's like, I know what it's like to be in a position, working a 9-to-5 job, showing up to something that, you genuinely just hate. And I said it actually on the previous podcast, I actually don't think 9-to-5 people are lazy. I actually think they're very disciplined individuals that show up every single day to a job that they don't like doing because they need to provide and put money on the table. But, the reason why I coach is because, like you said, the amount of fluff that's in the market. People that are not doing what they say they're doing. And, we don't need to make it about that. But the fact is, it is true that it's very difficult to find someone that actually knows what they're doing in this space. And for me, like, I care more about the results. Like, I've made a ton of cash in this space already in such a short period of time. But, I genuinely like the feeling like, you're sat here across from me, you've got a store now that's doing 30K a month. And, well, easily 10x that by the next year. You'll be doing your record-breaking numbers over Black Friday and Q4 this year. And it's just like, like you said with the value, I always say it's information for free, implementation for a fee. Because as well as I do, stuff that I even told you before you worked with me would have got you the result anyway.
True.
But you didn't do it because people think, okay, well, if this information is for free, then it can't be that great. But really, that information, if you was to go on my YouTube and someone was to follow my YouTube, if they actually actioned all of that, they'd make money.
Yeah, they would. They would.
But it's the support that people pay for when it comes to mentoring, I mean, when you first started, where was you at? You were sort of doing like what, a couple of £100 a day before we started working together?
Before I started with you, I had never even done a 10K month. No. So I was struggling. Like, I was doing maybe like 2-3 sales a day. Maybe there would be like 2 back-to-back days where there's no sales. So I was probably doing like, way less than 10K a month.
And you were selling, what was you selling? We were talking about
I was selling like hoodies, like clothing. Like 2
a
different variations of hoodies. Yeah, it was like some balaclava hoodie.
Yeah, that was it.
Like some backpack hoodie as well.
Yeah.
And I was just selling everything and anything. Yeah. and I didn't know a lot as well. And I was losing a lot of money as well. My money wasn't optimized.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What's the most that you've done in the month since we've been working together?
About 25 grand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done, bro.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, you know, it's about the positioning, isn't it?
Yeah.
What would you say? What changed from, you know, when we first started working together, and you know, you was doing like a couple of sales every other day,
Yeah.
to where you are now? Like, what changed?
I would say it's not like a one size fits all answer. There's many like small little different intricacies of things that make the bigger picture. But I would say it's just having a reaction for everything. Like, if this happens, we do this. If this happens, there's a systems for this. If this happens, this is the way to go about it. There's always action to be taken. Where I just feel like in ecom, it's sort of like there's no control. You're just leaving the ads running and you don't really know what's going on. But as we've been working together, look at ad account, look at this metric, look at this, you can create this. So you feel like there's more control and it's more in your hands. So you never really stop. And then the more persistent you are with it, started to realize, right, like some of these things Omar's telling me is working. And it's like, you go from maybe like £300 one day and then 2 days after that £500, and then you more creatives, bit more budget, and you're doing 1K days. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really nice even to see like your face light out there. When I remember my first ever 1K day.
Yeah.
It's funny how your expectation always changes though, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I first got into this space and I was happy just to take home like £1,500 a month profit.
Yeah.
And now it's like, if I don't get an 8K day,
not
I'm
happy.
like, what? Why have I not done 8K today? I haven't done 10K today. You know, your expectation just always changes. It's like what I said to you when we first started working together. You'd be like, I'd be happy just to get £500 a day. And then it's 1K and you're like, Omar, yesterday I done 1K, but today I haven't done 1K. It's just it's about your trajectory though, mate. And like you rightly said, it's about, there is no, like, success is not linear. Success is not linear. People think that they're going to implement something, especially when it comes to mentorship. They think once you've paid a mentor, that's it. All of the work's done. The work has just begun when you do that. But they think it's linear and they don't see the amount of struggles that go in the background. It's almost like that. But as long as you're going upwards, you know, I love the analogy. I always go back to like the Dark Knight, you know, like Bane and Batman. And at the start of the movie, Batman's like at the top, but he's actually going backwards because, you know, he's sitting at the dinner parties, he's hung up the cape, and then in darkness, Bane's rising, even though he's at the bottom, but his trajectory is upwards and Batman's slipping backwards. So I love that analogy. Like, it doesn't matter like what position you're in, it's about your trajectory and like what direction you're actually going in. So as long as you are making forward momentum, that's why like sometimes I say, look at the percentages. Don't look at the number. Don't look at the daily. You've got to zoom out a little bit.
Look over 7 days, look over 30 days, look over in general. I feel like success in simple terms, because everybody's definition of success is different. It's just knowing where you are, knowing where you want to go, and just progressively going in that direction.
Yeah, 100%. And that comes into like mindset though, doesn't it, as well? Like,
you have to like accept the success before it happens.
I think it's quite difficult to, not I think, I actually know it's difficult to tie in mindset when you're coaching an individual in this space, because they just want money and they just want results. And I get it, like we all want money, but mindset is really important.
Yeah, it is.
What would you say like has helped you, like outside of, you know, the SOPs and the strategies to actually grow your brand? Like, what would you say, like, for like people looking to get in ecom, or some people that are actually like struggling, like what would you say like characteristics of your mindset has helped you to actually, you know, go from a couple of sales every other day to, you know, doing like over 25 grand in a month?
I am someone that was hyper focused on like growing my mindset in the beginning anyway. So I'm someone that listens to like a lot of audiobooks, like a lot of reading, a lot of walking, and like just listening to successful entrepreneurs. You become what you're fascinated with, really. And when you meet people, you see people with such great mindsets, such different perspectives on life, like you can never really see failure or losing again. And I feel like that's what mentorship really is, because there's days that we've been on call and maybe before we started the call, I'm just over it. Like, I might not see how it's going to get better. I might not see how I can go from a few £100 to like multiple thousands a day, like 2, 3, 4K a day, but I know it will happen. And confidence, you have to have some sort of self-esteem. You have to have a bit about yourself. And it just starts with knowing what you want out of life. Forget who you are, forget who people have told you are. What do you want out of life? Once you know what you want, you need to find out what you wouldn't want to do. I wouldn't go into this industry. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't go down that route. And then once you know what you wouldn't want to do and you know what you want, now it's just about feeling like you deserve it. And when you feel it like you deserve it, your mind is going to allow you to get those things and just move to that direction. You'll be more positive. If you flex that positive muscle in your mind more, there's more situations that they'll be really bad, but because you've constantly practiced, okay, I see the best possible way that's going to go, that will happen more and more, and you'll have a better mindset.
Yeah, I agree, bro. And the thing is, it's like, you know, we come from similar backgrounds, you know, like I wasn't given a silver spoon, you know, I didn't have a handout at all. Like I literally worked my way into this position completely by myself. No one ever gave me anything. I made everything myself through sheer determination. Like I was going to knock that door down, whether someone answered it for me or not. Like I was going through it. But, you know, it also comes from like having that self-belief, you know, like, those who say they can and those who say they can't are both usually right at the end of the day, you know, and you are with yourself more than anyone else. So the way that you speak to yourself matters the most.
Yeah.
Because there was even times where it's like I would speak to myself in such disbelief. And this is where like my faith that God comes from. You know, fear is like the devil directly speaking to you. You know, and that is the opposite of what actual God is. So like mine come through seeing people like around my family not doing too well, and me wanting to actually, because I believed in myself that I could actually be that person to change it. I mean, for you, bro, like obviously you don't exactly come from the most like glamorous area.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite tough, you know, in your neck of the woods, would you say?
Yeah.
Like where did that mindset come from you? Like where did that come from?
Deciding to be fearless. Fear is false evidence appearing real. You can't listen to anything your eyes and ears tell you if you're trying to get somewhere. I'd say shutting everyone out. There's just times where you really just have to just care about you, because it is your existence, it is your consciousness, and we're all gonna go someday, so you might as well play the most magnificent game until it gets there. So I just thought, even if it doesn't work, like even if I'm gonna spend the next 40 years like trying to work out this ecom stuff, where if it takes decades before I hit $1 million in sales revenue, I'm gonna do that. Because I think Mark Cuban that said something like, I'd rather work 100 hours a week for myself, making 50K for myself, than work for someone else making 75 grand. I was just so keen on like, this is what I want out of life. God's blessings are unlimited. Like God's doing amazing things in people's lives. So if I want this specifically and I can already see it, then it's already happened. Else I wouldn't really be able to imagine it.
I agree, bro. I agree.
You have to be completely delusional for a bit.
Yeah, you do.
And then,
balance is a little bit of a scam.
Yeah, it is.
And I think that anyone that wants you to succeed and anyone that is where you want to go will never tell you about balance.
Yeah.
I feel like that always comes from people that are lower than you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're beneath you as individuals, but I mean in status of owning a business.
Yeah.
And there is no balance, bro. I think you have seasons. Right? There's a season for, you know, perhaps enjoying the money a little bit more. Like for example, like if I'm away in Dubai and, you know, I'm all of these cars and all stuff like that, that may be a season. That season may be a week, you know, but what they don't see is 3 weeks before, I'm at the desk for 12 hours per day, every single day. And then every other time I'm having a break, I'm on the phone talking about business or I'm taking calls or I'm, you know, fulfilling clients. So there is, if you want to get somewhere that you've never been before, there needs to be unbalance.
Yeah.
Because balance is not going to get you where you want to go in the time that you want to get it. And trust me, it's nowhere. Having money when you're older is nowhere near as good as when you're younger.
Yeah,
it's so much better.
definitely.
I mean, you're 19 years old.
Yeah.
And you're doing 25 grand a month. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy, bro. Like, even just to say those numbers out loud, you know,
Feels good.
you're a young guy. You're doing really well. I wish that I got into it when I was your age. So you got a lot ahead of you. And I mean, what would you say to anyone like looking to get into ecom? You know, where do they start?
I'd say right now, there's a lot of competition, and I feel like drop shipping, if you look at it from a drop shipping angle, I feel like you need to scratch that, especially this year and the way ecom's evolving. You need to come into it now and see it as a business. I feel like most people that have failed at dropshipping e-commerce have always viewed it as this get-rich-quick scheme because of how lucrative it is and how the wealth creation is. You need to come into it and you need to just set yourself some basic goals and then just persist all the way until those come true. Hold yourself accountable. Link up with Omar, obviously. And yeah, get a mentor, definitely. Start off with mentorship. Learn. It's about learning, not earning first.
Yeah, 100%, bro. That's literally what I said to you. But you was like, "But Omar, man, I want to make all of this money."
Yeah.
I was like, "But you need to learn it first."
It is about learning, yeah.
And the thing is, you hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah.
People that do not succeed in ecom, they treat it like a side hustle.
Yeah.
The ones that make money, they treat it like an actual business. Because it is a business. You need to stop treating your side hustle like a side hustle and treat it like a business.
Yeah.
And then you will succeed in it. And instead of attaching yourself to the outcome, you need to detach yourself from the outcome and focus on be the best at finding products.
Yeah.
And not just looking for a needle in a haystack. Learn to actually analyze data. It's like what I say to you, when we look for products, you're a data analyst right now. Don't worry about the website. Don't worry about the ad strategy. Don't worry about the fulfillment.
Yeah.
Just focus on the task at hand, which is finding a product. It's always been find a product. What is the angle? It's always the angle. People don't buy the product, they buy the angle.
Yeah.
It's the way that you position it. And just like what we was going through before. But then it's also about optimizing, your return on ad spend. You rightly said, before we started working together, you was leaving loads of money on a table, and it was £2 here, £5 here. But when you look in hundreds of orders per day, that money adds up.
True.
And if you're not optimizing it, you're just revenue chasing, which most of these people do online. They just chase revenue. It's not about the revenue. It's about what you taking home in your pocket that is going to allow you to grow the business more, and managing the finances, actually getting some payment terms or a good relationship with your supplier.
Yeah.
Treat it like an actual business. Like you said, hire people, get some staff, get a VA. Get someone to help you with your ads.
Yeah.
It's about like creating that that business around you. I mean, where are you looking to take this thing, bro? We're in March now, 2026.
Yeah.
You'll look back on this next year.
Yeah, it's March
You're currently
now.
doing 25k a month. You're 19 years old.
19. I've quit my 9 to 5. I'd say, yeah.
You quit your 9 to 5 now?
Yeah, I have.
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, well done, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
So you've so let me just get this right. So we've been working together now for 4 months.
Yeah.
You was doing a couple of sales every other day.
Yeah.
Stuck at a job that you hate.
Yeah.
You're now doing 25k a month.
Yeah.
You're 19 years old.
Yeah.
And you've just quit your 9 to 5.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you, bro.
Well done, man.
Yeah.
That makes me really happy for you, bro. I'm really proud of you.
I think, now that I'm in that situation, e-com is basically all I have. And when there's no like plan B, you usually get your stuff the way you want it. So the next couple months, over summer, over Q4, I'm just going to be looking to scale the business to 100 grand a month, 150, 200 if I can. And the sky's really the limit. If you look at the high street, a lot of shops closing down, everything's online. You can ask anyone outside, have you ever bought something online? Yes, they have. Have they ever bought something on TikTok shop? Yes, they have. So it's only going to grow. And I think we were speaking the other day and you said JP Morgan has even forecasted that the industry is going to do 7.1 trillion this year.
Yeah.
Something like that. So it's just going to grow. And it's just about execution, persistently doing the same things, and we will get there.
Yeah, you will definitely get there, mate. Especially with that mindset, you got to have that tenacity about you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's dog eat dog world when it comes to this business.
Yeah.
And that's why we study so much competitors, because you have to be better than everyone else. You have to
you
be
do.
because it is ferocious out there.
Yeah.
People will literally clone your stores, clone your products, and copy everything that you're doing, and you got to be better than them.
Yeah.
And that is literally what it takes. And even everyone watching this, every single time your back has been up against the wall and you have had no other opportunity
Yeah.
or no other decision but to make it work,
Yeah.
you've made it work, because that safety net is gone.
Yeah.
Sometimes removing that safety net can be a blessing in disguise,
Yeah,
because when you have to. I'm like, bro, listen,
You will.
you don't get it. I've got 2 kids on the way.
Yeah.
I have to make this work.
Yeah,
There is,
yeah.
oh yeah, I know you'd like to make 20K, Omar. No, I have to, bro.
Yeah,
Like there is no like other opportunities. Plan A, or that's it, I'm finished.
Literally.
And I think when you have that mindset, things do move in your
It
favor.
always happens. Things move out of your way because you're coming with a different energy now.
100%, bro. And you'll definitely do those numbers as well. I mean, for the audience, like, what's your strategy? Tell everyone about, like how do you make the money that you make? Like, how did you go from, doing a couple of sales every other day to doing 25K a month as a 19-year-old?
When I was doing a couple of sales a day, I'd say I just wanted the money, to be honest. Like, I just wanted to just have just grands coming in on autopilot. But when I made that shift to get where I am now, instead of wanting the money, I just wanted to be the best at what I do. I just said, forget the money. I just want to be the best at this, because if I'm the best at this, then no one can take this away from me. Because yeah, I am 19, but I'm sure like many 19-year-olds can find the product, test the store, and a lot of them might say, oh, it doesn't work, or a lot of them might also get a few sales, but they might not outlast everyone else like I have. But I just, plain and short, wanted to be the best, wanted to be upper echelon, wanted to be a salesperson, because that's what e-commerce is. It's online. It's an online business. You're selling to people, so it has to be as face-to-face as possible. You have to win the customer. You have to have that first mover's advantage. You find the product, proven concept, does it fit the criteria, and you move quickly. And yeah, I'd say just wanting to be better and better every day, learning about the business every day, waking up, checking the metrics, how are we doing? And yeah, just getting better at making creatives, just becoming a better all-round businessman, really, better entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's really, it does take a lot of hard work, and I think people underestimate how much hard work it is. I like to say it's simple, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
There is a lot of trial and error, and there's so many cogs to the machine. You have products, you have positioning, you have angles, you have copywriting, you have website creation, you have emails, you have ads, you have Google, and it's many different hats that you have to wear at the start.
Yeah.
E-commerce is probably one of the most difficult businesses to get into, I would say, because of the amount of different hats that you need to wear.
Yeah.
But I also believe in learning that system will make you one of the best entrepreneurs that you can be.
Exactly.
Because you are learning all of these different skill sets that are just so transferable into any industry. I liked what you said about winning the customer, because a lot of people think you can just create a basic store and it convert, and it won't. You do need to win the customer. You do need to be very direct with the way that you speak. And with AI now, it makes a lot of tasks easier, but also it removes a lot of people's creativity, bro.
Yeah.
Because you're not thinking for yourself anymore.
Yeah.
It becomes a reliant upon.
Very dependent, yeah.
I mean, how do you use AI in your business?
I use AI for various different things. I'll prompt it to do certain things for me. I'd say whenever I use different AI platforms, I have a purpose for what I want it to do for me. So I'll just be persistent with it. I use it to create image ads a lot. I use it for headlines and stuff like that. I use it to understand my customer avatar more. I'll bring it data from what I can see in the business or what I've gathered. I'll give it a brief summary, a brief overview. And yeah, just frequently conversing with it like as if it works for me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I agree. What are some of the AIs, like you can name a couple, like what are some of the tools that you use like that people can go and use like today in their e-com store and actually see a positive return on investment?
or Chat GTP, Nano Banana, Arc Ads, Claude.
Claude is good.
Claude is good, yeah.
Claude is good. I'm actually moving away from ChatGPT at the minute to Claude
Yeah.
because like I'll be having mad arguments with ChatGPT
Yeah.
because it's just not doing what I want it to
You
do.
want to give it a little break and move to Claude.
Exactly. Even though I've been spending hours training it and then
Yeah.
it just comes up with some crazy response and I'm just like, have I just wasted like half a year of my life educating you?
And I'd say that there's more and more emerging as well.
Yeah.
So you can't be fixated on one. Once I hear one's quite decent or it's quite
This is what I'm
intuitive
saying.
to
Like,
use.
it has never been easier to create an online business.
Yeah.
You can find a product, build a website, have it launched in 24 hours with AI.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first started this game, AI wasn't being used in this industry. You
Yeah.
couldn't go create an image ad. You couldn't create a website with AI. You couldn't go make AI videos. Not only could you only go make them, like when they first started coming around, when I even started doing well, the lip sync was all off. It was terrible. You couldn't use them. But now you can actually like make them at a tenth of the cost. I mean, I think I pay for UGC between, you know, £100 to maybe like £250, £500 in some cases for influencers that we've paid for on our brands.
Yeah.
But you can create, and that takes ages going back and forth, whereby you can go on AI and you can have it done for like £10 if you can prompt it right.
Yeah.
And you can get, say, 10 videos for £100 in an hour and have them running in an ad account with sales coming straight away.
Yeah.
So when people say it's difficult, you know, what, and, you know, they don't have time. That's like the biggest one that I always get. You know, oh, I'd love to do it, but I don't have time. Like, what would you say to those people?
They just don't want it bad enough. I mean, I just look at it and just think, like, the opportunities that are now available to me to make money in my age were not around when my mum was my age. So I can't, like, just let my family down by just doing things that have always been there. That industry's always been there. The offices are always going to be there. But it's just about being ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I agree. You say that they just don't want it bad enough. Like, what is your like deeper why? Like, you know, obviously I know you want it bad enough.
Yeah.
But like, why? Like, what is your deeper meaning of why you do what you do?
I've just always felt like my existence was for just a bigger reason, like for me and beyond me. Like, I just feel like I wasn't constructed and put together, and like all the humans that could have existed that will never exist, and I'm here just able to see sunsets and stars and just be here. I just feel like there's a lot that I can do. There's a lot I can do, and where like I don't have to dig up a gold mine or climb Mount Everest. I just have to get on a laptop and type, and that's literally it. And just move in that direction, knowing that if I went to uni or if I'd worked that job, it would have been very little progression.
Yeah.
But with this, a year from now or 2 years from now, this could be a completely different conversation. And yeah, like, I'd say that I just aligned with what I want. Many people don't align with what they want. And if they don't want to do the work, then they don't want to do the work, because it's too easy nowadays.
How do you know, say someone that wants something but they're struggling to align with what they want? Like how, what do they do? Like, what do you recommend they do?
The first time you do anything is hard. But the second time you do something is when a new habit starts. So when you do it the second time, you've done it twice. So after day 2, if you keep going in that direction, it compounds. So my first day starting ecom, it takes you like maybe 3 days to build a website, or you go to work, you come back, you work on this a little bit, and then maybe you went to the gym, you ain't got a lot of time. But let's say a few days launch when you're starting, because beginners, it takes a lot of them a lot of time to find products. You know, they might have a lot of different questions. But yeah, I know AI is good, but how do I get it to work this way specifically? But if you make progress and you just stay consistent, it will get better. You will get better. And because you will get better, that's when the road becomes easier. Not because the journey's easier, but you actually got better.
Yeah.
So you have to get better. The first time you do something, it's always going to be hard.
Oh, I completely agree, bro. It actually takes me back to like when I first come into ecom.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I first come into ecom, I had a business partner, screwed me over a ton of cash. I worked on a business with him for a whole entire year. He disappeared, didn't even pay none of the staff. I had a big equity shareholding in it. We're talking really, really high numbers that I was owed. My kids were due to be born in 2 months' time, twin boys. And I had to be in a position where I kind of had to make it work. And I just said to myself, like, I am going to do this no matter what. And I just sat there every single night from the minute I woke up to the minute I went to bed, which was late. I was probably working till like 2, 3 a.m. at that point, every single day, every day of the week. Sheltered myself away from people that were having a negative impact on my life. As much as I like those people, they're not in my life anymore.
Yeah.
And, you know, these are people that I have been friends with for a long period of time that I genuinely like as people. But you have to be very careful that you create the environment around you. You might not be able to change where you are geographically, but you can change what you consume. You could, and consumption doesn't have to be just about what you watch. It's about what you hear as well. Being around those people, I like to judge it as like a frequency. So anytime I'm around someone, if I don't hear the negative energy, then I'm vibrating really high. If I start to hear it, then I know I need to move away from it because I'm starting to consume it and I'm starting to notice it, and I'll get out of that. And that's even like people that complain. You know, people I don't drink, I don't do anything.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I've come from a place where I used to do a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't do any of that no more. The only people I hang around with are fucking winners because I want to be a fucking winner.
Yeah.
And my purpose isn't money. The purpose is lifestyle. Like the goal is lifestyle. It's not money. I don't give a fuck about money.
Yeah.
I want the lifestyle that I can give to my grandparents, give them back for everything that they've given me, the belief that my partner's given me, my kids. You know, it's not about me no more. It's about everyone else. But the goal is lifestyle. So it's really important. Like you said, sometimes you do have to be selfish. You can't pour from an empty cup, bro. You know, you need to be in a position where you are actually able to help other people. So sometimes that means like, look, everyone, like you need to lock the fuck in, work hard, grind. You'll be amazed what you can accomplish in 6 months.
Yeah, it's true.
If you just try your hardest every single day and believe in yourself.
Yeah. You've got to look at it like, if I don't sacrifice for what I want is going to be the sacrifice. And then once you have that, you just need to know every day, have I done what I can, where I am, with what I have before my head hits that pillow? And once you set that objective every day and you do it days and days on repeat, by day 100, day 200, you look back and it's like, oh, actually, you might have either got what you want or you might be very close to it. And then you know that the sacrifice was worth it.
Yeah, I completely agree, bro. And the thing is, it compounds over a period of time.
Yeah.
It just compounds and compounds and compounds. Very good mentor of mine back in the day, he said to me, learn to work more on yourself than your business. Because if you can become a stronger individual, then your business will be dramatically increased as a side effect of that. Because, you know, and that could be in all realms of your life, even for habits, you know, for example, like getting up, what you're not doing, you're choosing not to do.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're choosing to snooze every single day, at the start of your day, you're already going against yourself. We all have this idea that we're going to wake up, we're going to achieve all of these goals, but then we start off with snoozing straight at the start. You know, these promises, you don't break many promises to other people. Of course, that we all make mistakes and we break promises to people, but you break more promises to yourself.
True.
Every single time you promise you're going to do something, and then the minute you wake up, you don't even keep that promise.
Yeah.
Or you can't even, most people can't even control what they put in their fucking body.
Yeah.
So how can they control running a successful business? How can they control financial freedom, time freedom?
Yeah.
When they can't even control what they're consuming in physically. So it all starts with like loads of small things, you know, go to the gym, eat healthy, stick to what you say you're going to do to yourself, or just don't say it in the first place, because you'd be setting yourself up to fail.
Yeah.
You know, what does your circle look like at the moment? You know,
my circle's quite tight. To get here, like I had to shut a lot of things out, so not a lot of outings, not a lot of like traveling like to different countries and like just getting a good experience for the sake of it, because I have purpose. So the people that I speak to are like people that I've grown up with that are trying to go the same way I'm trying to go to, trying to be successful entrepreneurs or trying to make it where they are and trying to make it big. The people I surround myself with now, plain and simple, are big thinkers. Either they are big thinkers, so they uplift my vibration, like my frequency, and I like to be around them and grow with them, or they're plain and simple people who are already where I want to be, like yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's the only kind of people I associate with myself.
Yeah. Same here, mate. And I think it rubs off on you in a positive way, especially, I always try to be around people that are better than me or are a lot further on than me.
Yeah.
I actually like to feel like I am not the most intelligent person in the room, because I always say, if you're the most intelligent person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah. True.
Because you should always be trying to go to that next level. And like sometimes it might be, an obsession, like what you say. But at the end of the day, those individuals that are obsessed to do greater things, that demand more out of life, are people that make a long-lasting impact in this world.
Yeah.
And they need people like us. The world needs people like us.
Yeah.
Let's just be quite honest. And I think it's also about like where you want to go with it. I mean, for mine's like lifestyle, for my family. It's never about the money. Money is just like fun tokens. As Jordan Belfort says, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what is your end goal with it?
Better quality of living, like being where I'm from, growing up the way I did. I wasn't happy with it, so I just want to increase my quality of living, be able to do things that other people can't do as well. Not because it gives me like an ego that I can do things that a lot of people can't do, but I actually deserve that. I get to do those things because that's why I was put here.
Yeah.
And to like give a better life to everyone around me, like my loved ones, my friends, and be that kind of someone that they can look at, and when they're thinking, how did they do that, they're thinking about me.
Yeah.
And
how does it feel like to know that you're on the way there? Like, what does it feel?
it feels good. Like I feel like a 1%er.
Yeah.
I feel very, very niche, very different, and it excites me. I've never been here before, so sometimes I'm a bit fearful, but I'm excited because I'm always challenged. I'm not comfortable. So it's a really good thing.
The comfort zone is the danger zone.
Yeah.
I actually put that on my story yesterday, because on the way home from here, we've done a massive YouTube tutorial yesterday. It's going to be crazy, but on the way home, and I've done so much, I've been up early, and I just started like saying in my mind, I was like, you know what, just go home.
Yeah.
Like, go home, chill out, go to bed, do that video tomorrow. You're going to be back here tomorrow anyway.
Yeah.
But I was like, no. Every single time I have chosen the more difficult route in my life, it has worked out in my favor, and I've had more blessings. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a blessed man. God has made me a very blessed man. I'm good looking. I've got many successful businesses. I've got a beautiful partner, 2 kids, people around me that I can trust. I'm in a position to help other people like yourself actually achieve their goals and achieve their dreams. Like, I'm blessed. And I think a lot of people, they are, if you're living and you're breathing, you're blessed.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, they overlook that fact. And if you start from that place of gratitude, you can do anything. You know?
It's true. It's true.
What would you say you'd like to learn more about, like, next within ecom? Do you want to start your own brand? Are you going to continue down the drop shipping route? Like, what's next for Devantey?
I'd say I want to have a big brand, but I think it's too early to have that as my primary goal. Right now, I just want to get continuously better at e-commerce, with dropshipping being the method of fulfillment, but like kind of mastering that angle. So when I do have my brand, it's effortless. Yeah. If you know what I mean.
I can tell you it's not effortless.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
But look, we've got some stuff here. So we've got 2 different types of bottles.
Yeah.
So this is Elixir, what me and Rowan started. When you start your own brand, it is a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to do it because you've built the skills up to do it. And you're doing it the right way, mate. Because dropshipping will teach you all of the key elements without having that risk associated to, large minimum order quantities. And starting something that no one knows about. You know, the method that we use, we're tapping into something that's already in a demand in the market. And essentially we position it a lot better. We create a more trustworthy website. we have better ad strategies than everyone in the market.
Yeah.
And that would just teach you the skills that you need to learn to be able to then go and do your own brand.
Yeah.
And like I done, you know, big numbers before I went and started something like that up. But then, like you said, you understand the process a lot more.
Yeah.
I think dropshipping's very good. We exited one last year. We'll exit our biggest one this year. We've already had some peak interest just before at the end of Q4. So we'll sell that. We're hoping for 7 figures, probably going to be higher 6 figures, but it'll be close around that mark.
Yeah.
And then we're starting another company as well. I won't share it on this podcast, but we've got another company that we're starting, which is going to be like more like a global market. But I think people that want to build long-lasting wealth, brands are the way to go in e-com.
Yeah, they are. They definitely are. I'd say with like the drop shipping game, I want to do maybe like a few million in sales.
Yeah.
Before I'd say, okay, I'm developing this product, starting this brand, like a proper founder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good, mate. It's good. And like you're one of the people that actually just execute though.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people that I coach that don't execute and there's some people that do. And I would say that is the biggest difference. If you want to be successful, and I've coached many individuals, the ones that succeed are the ones that just execute. You don't need to know everything. Every single thing that I've done in my life, I never knew everything before I'd done it, because by the time it took you to learn it, someone's already ahead of you because they got experience. And a lot of this stuff you can only learn from experience.
Yeah.
Like I can only teach you so much about ads before you actually need to see it live within an ad account, before you can actually understand why I'm telling you this happens because of this, you should do this because of this metric, and what is the equal reaction to what's going on. And that takes experience, but the ones that actually execute and they just do it are the ones that are successful, bro.
Definitely.
And that's that's what you do. I mean, if anyone's sort of like sitting on the fence about like Founders Club, like what can they look to experience like inside our community?
A lot of support. I'd say mentorship is not just knowing what to do within the business or like learning new things, but you have that mind. A mentor is also like your mindset coach, so they're also gonna tell you what to not worry about, what to worry about, the kind of open-minded state that you need to be in. Like you'll have a lot of calls. You'll feel that community within Founders Club. Like everything you need is here, all the support is here. And there's just a lot of people that are winning, like myself, and there's a lot of people just killing it, and we all know what we're doing. So yeah, there's a lot in Founders Club for you if you are on the fence. Don't just go on YouTube or just put it off or just procrastinate. Like if you fully want to be successful in e-commerce and you are watching this and there is a successful mentorship for you to get into, I feel like you should inquire, at least get more information and actually try it. Yeah.
Thanks, bro. No, I really appreciate that. I mean, what's the worst experience you had with a mentor?
The worst experience. Oh,
because I think there's a lot of them in the market.
There's quite a memorable one.
I'd say it's a good subject to touch on, because I believe maybe like 70% of people that I coach have had a previous mentor before and didn't have good things to say about it.
Yeah, there was one mentor I had, very dark. I'd say,
dark.
Yeah, very dark. I'd say just losing like a lot of money and not getting anywhere near the value for what you paid for.
Yeah.
And like not being able to get that money back, and just, yeah.
What's the craziest bit of advice one gave you?
Oh, I'd say there was one outdated product that I had found, like very outdated. Like there was a point where like I was selling like massage guns and stuff like that. You know, the season where like Messi and Ronaldo used to advertise for like massage. I was
like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I was very new, so I thought that would work. And that mentor was just like, yeah, sell it. And like they got numerous other products that were similar as well.
Yeah.
Told me to launch that. And just the worst advice I was given is to not focus on paid ads, focus on organic.
Yeah, organic is a scam.
Yeah.
Anyone that tells you that you're going to set up a store and people are just going to come to your page and fucking buy it without you running ads, stay away from. Because organic is a scam. And I will defend it to this day. I will debate anyone.
Yeah.
ads is how you grow a brand.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to grow an online e-commerce business selling products from organic, it's a scam and it won't work, and you'll be very disheartened because you're never going to get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
So if you want to know how to actually scale a brand, you should learn how to do paid ads.
Yeah.
I think the worst ever advice that I got from someone was actually just not looking into the metrics at all.
Yeah.
Like we was talking about it just before we started.
Yeah.
I launched my first brand. It's done over 1 million this week, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
And I launched it on like the 26th of October a couple of years ago, and we done like 100K. Like the business took in 100K in revenue in less than 90 days. And then I went to go meet a guy, a very successful chap, Josh, his name is. He's actually going to be on one of our podcasts.
Yeah.
And I was saying to him, like, my sales have gone down, you know, I was sort of doing like this. I was really new to this, you know, and I was doing £2,000 a day. Like this was like life-changing to me. You know, I never even thought I could even get one sale, let alone getting like hundreds per day. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And I was doing like £700 down. So it was going down, right? And I said to him, look, what's going on here? And he said, first question he asked me, he said, what's your break-even ROAS?
Yeah.
I said, what's that?
Yeah.
He just looked at me like very oddly and said, what, you don't know what your break-even ROAS is and you've done over 6 figures? I went, no, mate, what is it? And then at that point, like yourself, I knew there was just so much more to this than what I was being taught, you know, and 99% of the stuff online is a fugazi, and you really just need to kind of get a bit autistic with it, you know, and be very in depth with the numbers, being able to really analyze everything that's going on. And I think that the space as a whole, like you said, is taking over. E-com is taking over, and there is no other better industry in the world than e-com combined with AI, because AI is it directly fits into our business model. Yeah. So we can stay ahead of everyone. AI is not going to touch us because we use it in our business. AI is actually helping us make even more money. Yeah. Brick and mortar stores are closing down. Yeah. Everyone online is rushing to buy products anyway. Yeah. So, you know, last year, 3 trillion market cap, and like you rightly said, 7.1 this year, and that was record breaking numbers every single year. Yeah. So our industry is pretty much untouchable. You just need to learn the actual skill set in itself, mate. I mean, like anyone sort of watching this now, like some last words for yourself, like, you know, say for example, they don't have the money to invest in a mentor right now. Yeah. And, you know, they don't really know what to do with their life. You know, they're a 9-to-5-er, you know, they know they're destined for more. Like, what would you say to that person?
I'd stay delusional. Like I remember what that felt like having no money, and like you actually want to pursue mentorship, and like you haven't got money to run ads, like you haven't got money to do anything, plain and simple. Like do things that uplift yourself, get better anyway, like get better in the gym, like take a walk, be healthier, like be better in some other aspect, and just know that if you don't have the money right now, it will come from somewhere. If you're not doing 100 grand right now, 100 grand will come from somewhere. Just be completely delusional, I would say. And yeah, just be obsessed, because what you obsess over, like what your obsessions are, eventually become your possessions. So yeah, and just surround yourself with different people and be the best you can and show up for yourself.
No, I agree, bro. That's powerful. It actually, for some reason, like when you were saying that, like the no money thing, it just reminded me, like, I actually remember when I used to go and fill up my car, and I used to keep an eye on the number because I couldn't afford to put no more than £20 in, and I couldn't afford to go over that £20. So I'd be like clicking it just to get to that £20 mark, because I had no money in my bank account and I was leveraged up to my eyeballs, you know. And now I don't ever look at the price of anything. I just, if I want it, I buy it. Yeah. But that's been compounded over a period of time. But, you know, it's good to be reminded, you know, where you come from. Like, I haven't lost the fact that I know where I come from. Yeah. You know, and so I understand what it's like to be at that level. And the thing is, you don't need to be. You know, I don't do these things just to say, look how good I am, look how much money I'm making. It's to say, like, you can do it as well. Like, it's not just me. I'm not special. I'm not better than anyone else. I'm just someone that's done something, found a system, implemented it. and so can everyone else.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Million
19
percent.
years old.
Yeah.
Bro, at your age, I was not doing what you was doing. I was doing
Yeah.
silly stuff. But the fact that you've quit your 9 to 5 now, like, why can someone else not do that? Anyone else can do that.
%1,000,000.
Amazing, bro.
1,000,000%.
Amazing.
Yeah.
One liner. What if you had to sum your whole entire experience up with ecom, where you want to go with it, and you know your message that you would leave to the audience? If you had to put it in like a sentence, what would you say?
In one sentence.
Or I'll change the question. What would you say to yourself 2 years ago if you had the chance to speak to yourself 2 years ago before you got into ecom?
I would have told myself to move quicker. I would have said that be relentless. It's just one statement. Be relentless. I just tell that Devantey that I hadn't taken the amount of risk I have now. Only risk takers win by definition. If you are taking the same risk as everyone else, you would get what everyone else is getting. I'd say, what's a good one? Because I'm a man of many cliches, but they're not coming to my head right now.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit.
Yeah.
But I do like the bit where you said about moving quicker.
Yeah.
No, if I had to speak to myself back when I first started this stuff, I would just say to myself that you can do it, believe in yourself.
Yeah. It would be very simple. Like, it would just be reassurance.
It is. Because
Yeah.
I think that's what we need as humans. Like, we feel like we need to be reassured. Like, even when it comes to some sort of like mentoring or some sort of coach, I think most of the time we know what to do,
Yeah.
but we're just not doing it because I feel like we don't have the support that we need, and we kind of just need someone to push us in the right direction.
Yeah.
I feel like you only need one true person to believe in you. If you have one person that will believe in you, I think that changes the whole entire game, and that one person can be yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say, yeah, I was the only person that believed in me, and maybe like I had 2 mates that genuinely believed in me, and like there was no one else. And that's all I needed.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I think a lot of the time people think that the confidence comes first. It doesn't. The evidence does come first. I'll repeat that quite a bit because it's really, really true.
Yeah.
When you actually start to see the results of what you're doing,
Yeah.
then it actually starts to grow, and then you think, wow, this is possible.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like so relentless about pushing speed, get it done fast, launch the store quick, find products, like test with speed.
Yeah.
Don't be sitting waiting, just move, because when you do start to see actual revenue being generated, bang, your confidence then goes through the roof, you believe in yourself, and then you can start thinking, right, I can actually do this.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's been really, really good, bro. I really appreciate you coming down.
Thank
Is there any
you,
other
brother.
final thoughts that you wanted to leave to the audience?
I'd say there's a lot of people studying the roots, but there are people picking the fruits. So like me and Omar sitting here, Omar's very successful and I am where I am now. So I just feel like if you are enthusiastic about e-commerce, don't just stay an enthusiast, like become a player. Don't stand on the sidelines. But yeah.
Amazing, bro. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming down, man. And honestly, bro, congratulations with...
Thank you, brother.
That's such an accomplishment, mate. I bet your mum's really proud of you.
She doesn't know yet.
Yeah,
she doesn't know yet.
Well, that's probably going to go down like a lead balloon.
but she's very happy. Like, she knows that I was doing like 1K days and stuff like that. And it's just, that goes to show belief is important.
Yeah.
Because she kind of has this like mind frame of, what if it all goes down? Like, business can go left. But my mum is not a business owner.
Yeah.
So I would only listen to a business owner, and I am the first business owner in my family.
Oh, amazing, bro.
So,
well, it's been an absolute honor to be a part of your journey, bro. And your success is going to continue to go in the right direction, bro.
Definitely.
So it's, really appreciate you coming down. Thank you.
Thank you, Omar. Thank you for watching my episode of the Founders Club. If you want to know more details or information, be down below.